Cool. All right.
Up there. We're showing up on top.
So, yeah. People are going to be able to see my screen. Cool. Okay. Just go ahead and shrink this down. Hey Tesla Cats, this is Tesla-chan, or Lucy if you prefer, and welcome to my desktop, briefly. Because today I'm going to be reading over some stuff I have typed down in here. I don't actually have a name for this world yet or anything, but I wanted to share this. Please ignore the background noise, as it is background noise for something my brother's watching, and any background noise is parts of my family. So, first off, I want to start the stream off by saying, how are you? How is life? Yeah, okay, I'm done. But in all seriousness, feel free to jump in the chat with any information or ideas for this. Yeah. Pardon the lighting, it's not going to be the greatest or anything, and I don't know how long I'm actually going to keep this stream going. So with that in mind, let's get into this. So far I have 2 villains for this universe, and 1 hero that I have to finish writing stuff out for. So I'm going to finish writing her stuff out. I don't quite know what I want to do with the universe yet, so I'm going to be working on that. And yeah. So, let's begin. Villains, Mannequin Maker. True name, Dr. Alden Gallagher. Age, mid to late 30s. Build weak and scrawny. Hair length and style. Short, messy black hair that often looks greasy and unkempt. Skin tone and defining physical traits. Pale skinned and with dark bags under his eyes. Eye color, pale blue eyes with darker blue rimming the outer parts of his irises. Typical clothing and style. At work and occasionally at home, he is seen wearing his white lab coat and a baggy black shirt underneath. Baggy dark gray cargo pants, and a pair of nice black shoes that always have a little bit of dirt or mud on them. When in more public settings, Dr. Gallagher... I'm getting myself confused. Dr. Gallagher often wears light blues and dark jeans and brown boots. In any and all cases, he wears his round-rimmed glasses, and he is not fond of fond of contacts. Blech. Bray. Villainous nicknames: Mannequin, Man. I don't know why I went with Man. Whatever. Maker. Neutral nicknames: Doc, Gallagher, Dr. Maker, and Mr. Alden. Friendly nicknames: Dr. Gallagher, Dr. Alden, or Al. Criminal activity. Dr. Gallagher has been a little odd since childhood after making the neighbor's pet dog live through most of the gutting process. Yes, I can English properly, guys. Welcome to my world. I am terrible at reading things out loud, but I can read them in my head very well. Anyway, let's restart that. Dr. Gallagher has always been a little odd ever since childhood. After making the neighbor's pet dog live through most of the gutting process of becoming a taxidermic dog, Alden was placed in juvie and released shortly after beginning mental treatment. This proved to be ineffective as he was able to fool the doctors and stayed in hiding while he moved up in the scientific community. He became a famous scientist in a large community of robotic engineers, and secretly researched human taxidermy on the side. Mind you, this is illegal in the States. Other places? Not so much, as disturbing as that is. Moving on. Due to his mother being the person that sent him to therapy, and of any kind, he wanted to thank her. Thank her, air quotes. Once nighttime hit, at the perfect time, he took his chance, killing his mother and beginning the process of making his mother's skin capable of lasting. Then he chucked all of her organs and replaced the insides with a robot. This hybrid was a prototype and it only lasted 2 weeks, and the remainder of his mother's corpse fell apart much quicker. Dr. Gallagher would return to work each morning, planning his next victim and trying to improve on the original experiment until he perfected it. His victims are almost always women, but there is the occasional man in there, and he doesn't choose based on age, though his victims do tend to be younger than him, as they are somewhat easier to catch or fool into bringing back with him, into him bringing them back with him. He best likes to seduce his victims into going home with him, and then drugs them so he can easily move forward with his plans. Motives. Mannequin has always had a love of dolls, their strength and inability to die being the main reasons for that. This love of dolls, also followed by the weakness of women and the occasional man, made him want to improve the world by killing the weak to make them stronger in death. His dad beating his mother until his arrest was part of what gave him his warped views on humans and the world, and so began his love of taxidermy and the ability to turn the dead into dolls. Though to make his dream more of a reality, he needed one more element. He needed to be able to interact with his new creations once they were reborn. So as a means to improve on his design, he took up robotic engineering, which is now you kind of understand where that stuff comes from. He wants to improve the he wants to improve the human race by making them all robotic mannequins, to which he actually controls, by the way. It's fun for him, and I'll get into that as I go along. Mental illness or disability, dissociative personality disorder, and schizophrenia, which were brought on by physical abuse from his father. He assumes the voices in his head are just good ideas and thoughts that others have tried to silence for no good reason. Thus why he wanted to thank his mother. Okay, moving on. Height, 5'1". Height, 5'1". Weight, between 96 and 120 pounds. Specific weight, not known. Killing style, seduction, drugging of the victim, followed by slowly removing the victim's organs and bones, and ultimately force a robot into their skin. If the victim is uncooperative, he sends the other victims that he has killed after them in their robotic form and watches as his current victim gets ripped apart beyond recognition. Weapons. Favorite weapons, let's just say. His dolls, scalpel, surgical scissors, saws, and multiple other surgical tools, plus other things, but we're going to get into that should be obvious. That should be obvious. Oh, did I say that this is not for young children and that young children should not be watching this? Yeah, I probably should have mentioned that. Anyway, moving on. Hugo. True name, Hugo Pride. Age mid to early 20s. Build medium and muscular. Hair length and style. Blonde and well kept, short, straight hair in a suave style. Skin tone and defining physical traits. Medium tan skin tone. A scar just under his right eye. And a scar just under his right eye. Eye color soft green. Typical clothes and style. The heir to the Pride Imperials Company, he dresses very nice. He often wears white tuxedos when going to important meetings. While out in public, he tends to hide behind dark clothes and hats. Villainous nicknames, none. Neutral nicknames, Mr. Pride and Master Pride. Friendly nicknames, Hugh and Hugo. Criminal activity. The Prides have always had their hands in criminal acts. At a young age, Hugo was being taught how to get away with almost anything. He grew up with bad influence all around him, including his father being a huge player, known for having multiple women at his beck and call. Hugo noticed during the more recent years, more recent years meaning current age, by the way, and the steady decline of the transactions in family money and wealth. Hugo went to gather men to retrieve the money from old debtors, and Hugo slowly began to take control and form his own gang known as the Shadow. Hugo has his hands in drugs, human trafficking, and even murder, and has gotten somehow gotten away with it. His good looks, charm, and money seemed to be the most likely reasons for him escaping arrest. Motives: to keep the family business alive and the enjoyment and thrill of controlling a mob, along with preparing to take on the family company. Also, he's grown up to enjoy this, let's be real. Mental illness or disability: none as far as I know. I don't think he really has one. I don't know. Height: 6 foot. Weight: between 150 and 200 pounds. Criminal style: suave, sneaky, and volatile when ignored or betrayed, meaning he'll kill you if you betray him. Let's be real. Let's be blunt. This is a very dark stream. I'm sorry. Weapons: guns and knives. That's his favorite stuffs. And now I gotta finish writing Maples. But here are the heroes so far. Maple, true name, Maple Thisbe. Age between 20 and 21 years old. Build, small but muscular. Hairstyle and length: vermilion pink, decently kept hair. It is slightly messy. She wears her blah 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 blah. She wears her hair down, but has her bangs. I should actually say not the bangs. Fix it. Her bangs pinned back on the left, on her left with a golden leaf hair clip. The other side is held back by bobby pins. Skin tone and defining physical traits: brown gray skin tone. She has two purple and pink feathery antennae and 2 sets of overlapping pointed ears. Eye color: soft medium purple eyes. I cannot speak today, don't mind me. Typical clothes and style: Maple wears a bright green crop top and blue jeans. She is also known to wear black combat boots and can always be seen wearing her favorite gold-colored leaf clip. On other occasions, Maple wears dark clothes with bright designs that pop, and will switch out the combat boots. I should actually say boots for Converse or some other form of gym shoes. Positive nicknames: May, Tizzy. Neutral nicknames: BB. Negative nicknames: as far as I know, none, because I really can't think of any. Heroic actions or activity. And this is kind of where I stopped so far. But we're going to push on, because I can. Maple started looking into the crimes of her city when she discovered that the family that raised her had done so to save her from her parents' killer. She tends to use her electroreception ability to help her fight off her opponents, which allows her to... And that's what I have so far. But I am going to start typing the rest of this because this is important. This is going to be interesting. I don't think anyone is watching. Oh, there is a person watching. Hello. Hello, person. Alright, anyway. It allows her to...
Oh, that's right. Features 2 models. Same with Daisy and Rosalina. That's why Rosalina wasn't showing up. Birdie is in the game. Biker uniform. That's where you're in show.
She isn't facing the head on. Oh, actually, before I continue, I just realized you guys probably need to see what Maple looks like. So, just gonna really quickly show you what this child looks like. I colored her in with Jelly Roll pens and colored pencil for her skin tone and for the little blush on her face because I thought that would be cute. So she has a blush on her face. But yeah, that's what I have drawn of her. I didn't do a full body image, but I have a drawing of her right here for you guys. I will say this again because it's in the I will also say this again because it's in the description and I don't know how many people are going to read it, but I am also doing this I am also allowing for people to leave suggestions. Don't mind me if I don't reply to you right away. I will do my best because, you know, life. But I will do my best to just take a look at to see what comments people leave behind, what suggestions people leave behind, and vice versa. I am for now just gonna finish out like Maple's I guess you could say overall covering of everything before I start working on trying to figure out what the world's like. And vice versa. If you guys have suggestions for future storylines for this world or anything, let me know in the comments. If I don't get to them now, I will get to them eventually. So, yeah, life. Anyway, moving on.
I feel brand new, but also familiar. Tinder did a great job remaking these tracks. So good. So good.
Okay, so facing, not acting. You goof. Ya done goofed.
You told me that
Facing them head on.
Get mad and use the
Okay, Charlie.
and that's the effort by telling her
Tracks.
by telling Melissa to shop because of what she did in the past.
I'm okay.
You told me them go.
I did
You
give
told
the
me I'm
warning
gonna
that
go to jail
there
for
would
that.
be family members in the background and that there'd be talking.
I asked
So
you not to talk right now because Lucy's doing a stream. Can you talk about this later? Talk about it later. Take it easy. You need to settle down.
I think I'm gonna do this because I keep saying I want to use this in here.
Do what you're doing, bud. Just watch your show.
Why? Of course you have that. Goodbye. Yep. There's nothing I can do. It's just. Oh, I hate it. Hello.
Action.
I don't like the new. I don't know what it is.
Opponents. Done your opponents.
Consistently staying in fourth. I hate you, Peach. Yes, fall to your doom. All of you.
I love that. Yes, fall to your doom, all of you. He really is. Moving on. Hand-to-hand combat.
I could use some protection. George trying to get his neck to work.
Use
No,
of
not
her.
Cortana. Cortana's been very active lately. If I say anything that's like remotely sounds like it, she will activate. Which sucks.
Kind of goofy. Anyway.
Except when I say Cortana, it doesn't work.
Are you watching me do the puzzles, bud?
Hey, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Endurance.
Woo. Well, let me see if. Let me see if.
Control.
Are you appearing on the stream? Give me just a second here, folks.
What did I? There's the name I said.
Again, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're fine, bud. You gonna finish watching this?
Yeah.
A staff. What are those things called that the police in the old times used to?
Baton?
Here's
Baton.
See what you're looking for?
Yes.
You still streaming or?
No, we cannot.
Yes.
What am I supposed to say?
As you can probably tell from the stream, guys, I don't always know how to spell things. So yeah.
Do I need to go?
Oh, why am I looking at this? I'm a goof. I want to look at this. Oh my gosh, I look at this. Wow. Okay. Okay, so no comments, that's fair.
Should I talk?
No live chat, that's good. That's okay. Just want to make sure I don't miss nothing.
Alright, not sure. Understand this. Yeah, I've done this
Hide.
before. Should just
Poem.
appear on you. Which output is your auto capture noise? Exit stats. Maybe try this.
Don't really.
That's
About
not
her.
what I wanted to learn. Now you're coming out of my computer speakers.
No manages to keep it private. So yeah, that's that. What do I have to do next? Criminal activity, motives.
Okay, there's something. Okay. Here. There we go. Hear me. I hear you. Here, say something real quick. I think.
Uh-oh. Maybe.
Sinister forces.
Yes.
There we go. Thank you.
That's all saying. That's all.
All right.
Funny.
It's all right, bud. Calm down, please. I don't need this right now. You've been.
Something with you.
So wait.
Fine anxiety and mental ability.
That's all.
We know, bud. Watch your thing.
It's the way they.
You can go forward on this a little bit, so you can actually watch the action part. You don't have to watch them fiddling around with their stuff, bud.
Okay, so yeah, mental illness or disability.
My turn commentary off. Wait, am I still hearable?
Like, through the stream or through...
There you go. I'm not. Am I still hearable?
Disability.
You know, you don't have to watch all this
There we
stuff
go.
here where he's
That
trying to
fixed it.
figure it out, by the way.
Did it? Yeah, it did.
You can
Okay,
go
then.
past that and
So
watch the
basically,
part you want to
I
watch.
turned off my commentary, and so now we're just
No, I
going
didn't.
through.
Okay,
that
no,
voice.
He has to do
no,
this
no, no.
stuff that bothers me and
No,
use the
no,
band
no,
the effort by telling her to shut up.
No, don't. No.
Do I have to go to jail for that?
Maybe.
Probably.
If you keep talking about this, you're going to drag me
Well,
crazy, though.
we can move on now.
I know that much.
Clicking the wrong one
A
again.
little bit.
It did.
He said,
Now that I know how
I
to do
don't know
it,
if I'm
I don't
going to go
have
to
to do
jail.
it again.
I don't know, do I?
Okay,
Recommend
thank
you
you.
So I did find out
Anxiety.
that Snoodle will crash the game.
How's that sound?
Oh.
His
He's
voice
going
clip
to
is
get arrested
messed
for
up.
that.
And so,
Yeah,
I know.
you might.
Yeah.
Now, can you let me be? You just told me.
Anxiety.
Yeah, that Vega.
hope you like water. Which one, Shiz? Who plays the Funny Bandit? I love that.
You can stick my figure.
Next up is the Star Cup. No, this is fun. I'm gonna try and get through all the cups today, and then I'm gonna spend the rest of my life playing Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. I've been playing so much of that game, in like the 3 days it's been out.
I don't have a Wii U, so I just hear.
You have a Switch?
Forces.
No. I don't really play that many video games.
Often alone.
Ah,
I enjoy them every once in a while.
There you go.
you do modeling and music.
Tab
right?
tab.
Yes. And I do all I did something in the video group chat.
I need to be a part of that. I don't know where the link is.
Height.
It's just in the description. It's in the about page on his YouTube channel.
Well, then I will do
And
that.
that's why I found it. That's how he found me.
I found out he subscribed to my channel because I was doing VeggieTales Mario Paint
Excellent.
covers. Hello.
Hey, it's John!
Hey, John. Alright. Bandit. Is he the most recent character?
Ooh.
Milk Money Bandit.
I think so.
I'm making her a very short character. I don't know why I'm making her a short character. I just am.
Ow. Hitting everything. I missed Point Blank. Petunia's in the box cart. Here we go. It'll be fun. I've been meaning to talk to Intega, but he does renders and stuff. I do logos. We could make custom advertisements for tracks and stuff.
Yeah.
I could
Weapons.
ideas, and you can maybe make renders of those. Of
Rowan.
Larry or someone.
Oh, that felt good. Oh.
Junior Jammies is one of them I was thinking of. I have a render of Junior sleeping clothes. Which there is a render out there. But
Yeah. I remember seeing a toy.
I had the toy.
Yeah, I remember seeing it at a flea market once.
Yeah, I had the toy and then the battery started dying, and hearing Junior say, "I'm not scared" in a low-pitched voice scared me to death.
Irony.
Exactly. Milk Money Bandit.
So yeah, finally got her finished. I mean, I know technically some of these things like enhanced weaponry or enhanced speed or
I
enhanced
still don't know what
or
really
plant
wrong
can
with the
reach
sound
and in
effects.
control are not direct
Yes.
weapons, they're just her powers, but it's kind of part of her
I
weapon
tried to
set.
put voice
I mean,
clips for Junior in the
obviously,
game, but,
her, I gotta look up here real quick.
he becomes
Electroreception is part of her powers, and one of the things I know for sure is that her antenna are part of how she uses it,
way
or
too
are
loud.
exactly how she uses it.
You know, like
As
memes
those
really,
things like are
push the
hypersensitive
bass
and
to
just
the
feel
max.
every single shift
hear
and
it.
every single electrical
hear it.
impulse
So
in the air,
it's
and it's just
exactly what Junior
she's
does.
learned to get used to it and just learned how to like
I don't know why
pull
that
apart the
happens.
ones that are coming after her or coming towards her that are important. So yeah, these are things. These are the things you figure out as you work on things. And this is still open. I can close that.
Maybe I'll try use.
There you go. I'm still got this one person watching, so if I know you, please feel free to drop a line and say hi at least. Even if you're not someone I know, just feel free to drop. Feel free to drop a line and say hi. I'm here. Hello.
Comes to Hex.
Um.
Clueless. I tried it once where when you could make custom badges for the
Thank
3DS.
you. World building.
Badge arcade, you could make your own, but it required a hex editor, and I was like, okay. Ended up.
The
No.
world is mainly scientific.
The custom menu is in the game, right?
2 separate races.
I don't know. Like with the countertop background. The renders, I don't have. I don't have full menu unlocked because I sold my Wii U. Ow.
2
Sold my
races
Wii U. Ow, I got hit.
are Fae
Then
and
bought
human.
another one because I realized Bonnie was blowing up, and I was like, well, great. I don't have a Wii U anymore. It's too late.
Rare. live among human beings.
Second place, because that was stupid. As long as I get first, I don't care. Just to see, beat the credits and all that.
At least you tried your best.
I did. Got a "You tried" sticker.
Side.
You're playing, buddy.
So
So this is the best I can do right now.
No.
Boop.
Yeah, red shell. Ow.
okay. So, yeah, these are some things. World is mainly scientific with two separate races. The two races are Fae and human. Fae are rare and very few live among human beings. Humans like to reap the rewards of Fae being on their side, so they often get treated differently. And that can either be positive or negative.
I can't catch a break.
In their case, some humans just really hate Fae because they've got powers that humans don't, and then others are like, yo, dude, live with me and my family, we'll give you everything, and yeah, this is just the way I'm viewing it. I'll share enhanced speed and endurance.
Third place.
There it is. That's French cool.
Have abilities. Very few Fae have separate abilities.
How are you so far ahead, Petunia? At first I thought QWERTY wasn't working, but then I realized the different outfits for Rosalina, Daisy, and Peach for like biker outfits. Which my standard set that I use is like
The stock image of Larry as a Pokemon.
Off.
what?
Have you seen this stock
These
image
are
of Larry
often
as a Milky Man?
seen with Fae. The Fae.
Yeah, I found this in this for a really long time. Yeah.
With the Fae.
Here, let me spend it.
Come on.
Like try and not die. Oh my gosh. I need to get first. Last race.
See.
Jimmy got third, so I don't really have to worry about him now. As long as I don't get like 7th place, I should be fine. Mount Wario, my favorite track in the game.
And let me try to scientifically understand Fae, but still haven't found everything. Learned much about them.
I hate the slipstream. Most of the time it just sends me careening off an edge.
I actually don't know what else to write for this for now. I think I'm gonna end this stream here, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to do, but I can really quickly give you the rundown of what I have so far. So I finished out her thing, so we're just gonna finish it. So we're just gonna restart from heroic actions and activity for Maple. Maple started looking into the crimes of her city when she discovered that her family, the family that raised her, had done so to save her from her parents' killer. She tends to use her electroreception ability to fight off her opponents, which allows her to sense where her opponents are, even are at even when she's not facing them head on. She tracks down her opponents and uses her powers of deduction and a keen mind to find those opponents. She takes them down with a combination of hand-to-hand combat and the use of her other powers. Such powers include enhanced speed, enhanced endurance, plant creation, and control. If she needs extra help, she'll also get help from her pet Slinx Rowan, who forms into a baton or shield as added defense. Mabel doesn't really hide from her opponents, as her opponents don't really know much about her, as she somehow manages to keep her life and friends out of her crime-fighting life. Motives: to find her parents' killer and bring them to justice and protect as many people as she can from sinister forces in the world at large. Mental illness or disability: anxiety and depression from facing darker and more evil forces, often alone. Height: 5 foot. Weighs 120 pounds. Combat style: focused, secretive, and quick. Weapons: Rowan, because of baton and stuff, plant creation and control, and enhanced speed are the main things she uses to fight. World building: the world is mainly scientific with 2 separate races. The 2 races are the Fae and the human. Are Fae and humans. Fae are rare and very few live amongst human beings. Humans like to reap the rewards of Faes being on their side, so they often get treated differently. And to explain this more readily, again, this is just like either they're treated very negatively by the group because they're like, these rewards, the bad things don't outweigh the rewards, and just they make a big deal out of it. Or people are like, you can live with me, everything will be fine, I'll keep you safe, and really they just want to take anything and everything positive that they bring to the table for themselves in a lot of ways. Fae all share enhanced speed and endurance. Very few Fae have separate abilities. Slinks are often seen with the Fae, and actually, if you want to learn more about the Slinks, you can actually look at my,
Well, kind of. Now,
I think, you can look at my Instagram, which is at OceanSting,
all Nintendo's towards
and you should just be able to scroll down and find it. That, or you can look under hashtag Slinks or hashtag OceanSlinks. And it's basically ocean with an E at the end, sting, and that's all one word. Humans try to scientifically understand the Fae, but still haven't learned much about them. And I'm thinking that's because a lot of their powers are magic-based and not really science-based. And magic is not really a science in this world. So, go figure. But yeah, that's what I have so far. I was going to stay on here longer because I thought I'd have more ideas, but I guess that's it. Talk to you guys later. Remember to keep on keeping on, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, Tesla Cats!